GFSI versus IFS. Grab some popcorn. The Global Food Safety Initiative, the GFSI, has suspended recognition of the IFS food standards for 3 months from December the 8th, 2022. It's the first big public punch thrown in what IFS calls the strained relationship between the two organisations. Both groups are lawyering up, so get some popcorn. This could get ugly. And a reminder, GFSI is a group of food retailers and brand owners that considers itself an extended food safety community to oversee food safety standards. They do this by setting standards for food safety standards in a process known as benchmarking. The GFSI benchmarking requirements are supposed to represent best practice and help to recognise and align different standards. GFSI-benchmarked standards include those published by SQF, BRC, GlobalGAP, FSSC 22000, and, until recently, IFS. When the Global Food Safety Initiative was launched in the year 2000, one of its aims was to reduce the number of food safety audits that food companies would have to submit to. I think it's fair to say that the goal has not been achieved. These days, food companies tell me they are hosting more audits than ever. The audits have become longer and more complex as the GFSI has updated its benchmarking program to include many more requirements since the year 2000. The GFSI also launched a program called Race to the Top in 2020. The program puts more requirements on certification scheme owners. It's this program that appears to be the source of the conflict between IFS and the GFSI. IFS says they've asked the Federal Cartel Office to review the Race to the Top program to assess its legality with respect to antitrust and anti-competition law. IFS stresses that the reason for the suspension is a communication misunderstanding, not a food safety issue. Food companies that get IFS certificates between the 8th of December 2022 and the date that the suspension is lifted will be affected. Those certificates will not be GFSI recognised. Mario Nutriciences recommends that food companies with IFS certification review their customer contracts to check the wording around GFSI recognised standards. And of course, if your company is IFS certified, it's a good idea to keep your customers informed of the situation. In short, standards owner IFS and the GFSI are fighting about the GFSI's Race to the Top program. IFS implies it may be anti-competitive. GFSI has suspended their recognition of IFS's food safety standards. IFS emphasises this is not a food safety issue and is appealing. Food companies with IFS certification should keep their customers informed and review customer contracts. And you will find links to everything I've just talked about, of course, in the email.